All right, everybody, welcome to the week. I hope you're doing great. Let's see where we go for this week, the first full week of February. My goodness, very cold here, FYI. All right, let's see where we go this week in the Tarot Certification Group. I'm going to take you a little bit deeper into understanding and connecting with your spirit guides, helping you trust yourself, trust your intuition. You can jump onto that anytime you want. The Tarot Certification link is in the description box below. All right, let's see where we go. What is happening this week? This is a message for the collective, please. Message for the collective. Gates of Triumph. Transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. All right. And impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. That's interesting. Okay, so it's almost to me this just says, I don't know if this is a little bit on the nose, but it basically says you're all like on this level, finally mastering a certain level. There's the transformation, and bam, right back into the blocks. That's what happens in 3D life. That's the point of 3D life, is to work through lessons, work through soul contracts, and the best way, in my view, is to sort of move away from anxiety, move away from the fear. Basically, that's all about you feeling like you're not able to handle whatever comes. And I want you to talk about this a lot in our Pathfinders group. What I want you to do is go back and list your accomplishments, all the times you've taken the bull by the horns, all the times you have overcome obstacles in the past. I want you to get really comfortable with the fact that you can do it. Okay? You can do it no matter what comes, especially when we make big changes in our lives. It can feel, even if it's something that's really wanted and you're excited about, it can still come with its sense of trepidation and unsure path, right? Like, ooh, okay, I didn't, the consequence of change is that it's new. So we're having to walk a path that maybe we feel like we haven't walked before in a while, but you have. You can do it, all right? Trust yourself, trust yourself, trust yourself. That's the theme of 2023 for me. All right, nine of wands. See, this is all of the impasses and the struggles you've had in the past. Now, some of us hold on to baggage, what we call baggage, which is the negative feelings about all the things that happened in the past. What I'm suggesting you do is, instead of hanging on to baggage, transmute that into wisdom, and that can be used for future purposes. If you're still dragging behind regrets and loss and bad feelings about what has come before, then you're not as able to handle the future struggles or the future issues or the future problems. Yeah, future problems or future projects, right? We can just transform that thinking into, okay, this is the next level. So of course, the degree of difficulty might increase. So I'm going to use all of the past, what I've learned up until this point, right? What have you garnered? What have you already collected? And instead of it being baggage, let's transmute it into, these are tools. These are tools. The past are tools that I can use to help me in the future. Knight of Cups, Eight of Swords, Three of Wands. Some of you are really blocked about love because of bad experiences. Some of you have been dealing with relationships that have been toxic, and it's basically created a barrier to allowing anybody new into your life, because that was so painful, or that was such a struggle, or I don't want to collect more toxic people. Whatever it is, it's definitely, there's some kind of block because you're not trusting yourself to not do that again. So if you open yourself up to relationship and someone comes across your path, you don't have to accept everybody that comes across your path. You can be like, are you a good fairy or a bad fairy? A good witch or a bad witch? Are you a toxic person, or are you somebody who is willing to look at themselves and see their own weaknesses, strengths, and work with that? That's not what a narcissist does. That's not what a toxic person does. They blame everybody else. They think they're fine and perfect, so nothing ever changes. You know that you've been in relationships with people like that if you express your needs, express what you want, and nothing ever changes. Okay? That's a big red flag. So, 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, and the Moon. There's lack of awareness, lack of clarity. Okay? Maybe around your work, maybe around what you're doing on this planet. So there's a lot of blockage here. Let's see. 6 of Cups. King of Swords. I like it. So this is clarity. King of Swords and the 8 of Wands. It's like information coming in really fast. I feel like what's happening here is you're seeing some of the beliefs that you had from childhood as now they're toxic. They're not helpful anymore. They're, even, we talk about toxic positivity. And that's essentially someone who has a very optimistic, as a Sagittarian, I am very optimistic, but they also aren't pairing that optimism with learning. Okay, so progressing past a certain lesson. And in this particular instance, I feel like there is something about love trying to come in, new ideas trying to come in, all these things trying to come in. But we're in an unknown space. So whoever's resonating with this reading, I'm here to tell you that you have leveled up. Okay? You've leveled up. And that can be a really scary experience. As much as we're all, like working on Wednesdays, we do that Accelerate Your Ascension mentorship program, because it's like, hey, listen, I want to heal. I want to work towards the next level. I want to release anything that is holding me back, which is right here, front and center. I want to do those things, but then they show up. What happens is when you're shining the light on your path, right? You're shining the light on, how do I do relationships? What am I doing with my money? How am I doing my work? How am I expressing myself with other people? How am I understanding what I'm to do next in my work? Any of those things. When you do level up, you're automatically in a new place. And so that can feel very disconcerting. And, it is what you're wanting. It is what we're here to do. I mean, we are at the end of a 26,000 year cycle. The earth is at the end of a 26,000 year cycle. And we are here to help others and help ourselves, expand our awareness, level up in our ascension, get to the 5D, move in that direction. But a lot of times the steps that take us there feel like this, even though, I'll show you again, feel like this impasse, even though it's like, woohoo, I'm on the next level. But then, oh my God, I got new kind of problems. Yup. I've got new kind of opportunities, let's just call them. I had a trouble with that word problems a few minutes ago. Let's call them opportunities. They are opportunities. But what happens is it brings stuff up for people. It brings things from the subconscious, which is exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Bringing things from the subconscious to the conscious so we can look at them, so we can see them in the light. Bless them, thank them for the lessons that they've taught us, and release them. That is what we're here to do, and that is how Ascension works on a very, very basic level. But that is the truth. Like, parts of you, parts of humanity, everybody, this is every single person on the planet, has a lot of subconscious stuff that is running their life. The more light is shown, the more light, and I think of light as awareness or of faith, the more light that is shown, the more we see these things come to the surface that have been stopping us from moving forward in our path. getting to the next level and all of that. Like, it sounds really awesome. I want to get to the next level. I want to be enlightened. I want to be, ascended. You've got to deal with the darkness while you're doing that. There is no ascension without doing battle with the darkness. There isn't. There's no such thing. So for those of you who for a while maybe have sailed along, like feeling like, oh wow, okay, I'm becoming more aware. I'm aware I'm a twin flame. I'm becoming more aware about how I'm dealing with money and how all of these issues. I'm aware of all these things. I work through them. I do them. But if I drag them behind me like Jacob Marley with his chain of regrets and things like that, then I'm not really working with the ascension energy. What you must do, I don't like that. What you are invited to do is to work with everything that is coming up as a gift. So, the things you least like about yourself that show up for you: jealousy, anger, fear, worry, anxiety, pettiness, close-mindedness, and anything that is really has been sort of running in the background like a program, all of a sudden, like you've opened up the gate so you can see all of these things and bless them and release them. See all of them, right? Like I feel like a lot of us don't really have a handle on the things that are breaking free from us. And so what we do is we try to contain it, try to reel it back in, try to get back to a place where I feel comfortable. But being uncomfortable is part and parcel of being human. It's also part and parcel of moving in the ascension process. And I feel like some of you are releasing your childhood, a lot of childhood beliefs, things that we were told, things that society told us, our family told us. And I don't mean that they told us things to hurt us. It was running on some other kind of program. It was running on some other kind of what's good for us, okay? And I'm just getting, right now, I'm getting that feeling of like when you're a child and someone comes into the house that makes you feel uncomfortable. Still have to be nice to them. Say hello to this person, and you're taught to disregard the sense of this is not like me, or this is not like, doesn't feel good to me, or there's something here that I don't like. Every time someone comes across your path, you shouldn't be forced to shut down your feelings. What's more relevant, I think, is that you look at them and don't shut them down yourself, okay? Because later on, if you've been taught to do that and to be polite and to be sort of not have any needs or whatever you were taught, then that becomes something that you enforce for yourself later on. And I feel like what's coming in, this lovely energy of Aquarius energy with the King of Swords and the Eight of Wands is, okay, once I understand that these fears that are coming up, these sense of confusion, these mindsets that are being highlighted, oh wow, I didn't know I felt that way, oh my, I didn't realize that I was doing that, or whatever it is, you can be open then. You can be asking for love. You can be asking for interaction, asking for the next level of your work. But you have to get there first, like seeing these things that make their presence known through a transformation. Some of you have recently gone through big transformations, and it's almost like the minute you do, you're being forced to focus on these new things, these new opportunities. And if you haven't cleared up the old ones, it's going to make it really tough. Okay. It's going to make it really tough. So we're going to look at that in the extended. I'm going to keep going with this. I'll pull cards for each zodiac sign. I don't do it every single day, but I will do it today just to give you a little extra guidance in what you can do or what's coming in for you particularly. Okay. There's a link below if you want to continue on with me in this reading. Transformation and impasse. What's the next level? Let's see where we go. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.